Okay, here we go. Wi-Fi battle. I forgot to switch the order when I withdrew Pokemon from my party. So I start with this guy. I decide I'm going to try to set it up anyway, just see what he's going to do. But Empoleon versus Blissey is a terrible matchup, as you all know. So I switch out to, I believe, my Tyranitar. Yes, my Tyranitar. Um, Obviously going to scare Blissey away. And he actually switches before I can make a move. Empoleon versus Tyranitar, terrible matchup, so I'm definitely going to get out of there. Switching to my Blissey, which will be able to absorb any special attack that Empoleon is going to dish out to me. I believe I tried a Thunder Wave at this point, and let's see, yes I do, because he sends out a Swampert here. It's a little frustrating because I'm playing a zero-sum game at this point. It's a little slow pace, but whatever. It's something you gotta work around. So I withdraw my pancakes and send out Cubic, which is a Scizor. Typical banded Scizor. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it, but I know it can take anything Swampert will dish at me. So I U-turn just to scout. And he sends out Fortress, which is my favorite form of setup bait for my spikes, which I use with Artemis, which is a Skarmory. So the next few moves here, we're just going to be setting up on each other. I really wish I would have packed Taunt. I've regretted that several times now, and it's something that I'm probably going to switch on this Skarmory at some point in the near future. But whatever, it is what it is. I do manage to get down my 3 layers of spikes. And you see that I'm allowing him to set up his toxic spikes because on my team, I believe only 2 people are actually susceptible to them, will get actually poisoned, and that's my Tyranitar and my Blissey. My Blissey has Natural Cure, so I wasn't entirely concerned about him getting his spikes down. Not sure why Brave Birded there. I probably should have just Whirlwind to prevent that layer of spikes. Because he definitely won't leave in that Fortress long enough to let me KO it with Brave Bird. So I Whirlwind and bring in Gyarados. And for some reason I thought I had Stealth Rock up, so I wasn't too upset about that first. I'm just going to Whirlwind again here because Skarmory can take any attack unboosted from the Gyarados. It's not going to be too big of a deal. And there you go, he does Dragon Dance, trying to get a boost, but it's no good for him because it drags out Empoleon. I probably should have went back to my Blissey at this point, but I didn't. I stay in, and Artemis takes a pretty hefty chunk of damage before I can Whirlwind out, trying to accumulate some of this damage. Thankfully, Blissey gets dragged out, though, and I'm able to roost and recover a little bit of health here, because Skarmory is faster than Blissey, essentially all of the time. I do get paralyzed, which isn't a huge deal because most of his offensive threats already outpace Artemis, and so far the only one I've seen that I'm actually afraid of is his Empoleon. So I withdraw and bring out my Azelf Magic and taunt him to prevent the paralyze, whatever it is. And not too concerned about Seismic Toss if he did use it. That wouldn't 2-hit KO. So I'd be able to get my spike or my rocks up and explode, which was the plan. But he does switch, which gives me a free opportunity to set my Stealth Rocks. He brings in Fortress for some reason. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if he was expecting me to not have Fire Blast or Flamethrower, which most Azelf do pack. For whatever the reason, he does bring him in, and I take care of him with Fire Blast, which is nice. I'm not sure what he might have wanted to explode, possibly. I think he had, at this point, he probably only had 1 layer of spikes left to set up, as he does only have the 3 setup moves and explosion. So it brings in Porygon Z, and this is a moment I really regret in the match. I should not have switched to Blissey. I should have switched to something that would have been used as maybe a little bit of death fodder, because there's no way after taking that the damage from the spikes and Stealth Rock, getting poisoned, and taking the tri-attack that Pancakes is going to survive this. But whatever, he does die, and I believe I go to Cubic again, which is my Caesar. Because I can Pursuit. If he stays in and tri-attacks, no big deal. I'll definitely get it off. If he withdraws, I'll Pursuit and he'll die. So there you go. Porygon Z taken care of. And here comes Gyarados. I'm not sure. I don't remember what I did at this point. Oh, this is when something really weird happens, though. As you can see, before every turn for the rest of the game, it's going to say the rain continues to fall, like a rain dance is up. So I'm not sure if that affected the water moves that were used in the match, because I was not planning. I was not. No one used rain dance, and I'm not sure if anyone used a water move and if it boosted it. Anyway, I go to his elf, and I pray that I can outspeed him, otherwise I'm going to get swept. And I do at this point, and just, as you can see, I'm going to explode on him. There you go. Gyarados, his last real offensive threat to my team, is taken care of. And I do lose Mad Jack, but that's okay. He did way more than I thought he would. So the rain continues to fall. Just on a side note, his elf was supposed to be my lead. He is one of my favorite leads most of the time. And I would not lead with that Empoleon. So I go with Cubic just to scout. I was planning on U-turning, but he sends in Blissey. I figure he would switch, but he doesn't and takes a superpower in the face. So Blissey just eats dirt there, and that's good news for me because Blissey can wall my Empoleon, which is my favorite late game sweeper. And can wall Artemis as well, which is my Skarmory. So it brings out Swampert. It wouldn't do much good to switch at this point, because everything can outspeed him that I could bring in, but nothing could one-hit KO him at this point. So just Superpower to get him down to a KO range for whatever I bring in next. Earthquake, obviously going to destroy what's left of Cubic's hit points, Caesar's hit points. And the rain continues to fall, and the Sandstorm rages. So let's see. Yes, this is when I do bring in Ink Pen, which carries Grass Knot. And that will KO him. This is the same one as in my first battle, the same Empoleon, the Sub-Pataya. Didn't get to do the Sub-Pataya or Agility, but the Surf was good enough to get through his last two remaining guys. I do get a critical hit on the Surf, but I'm not convinced that it wouldn't have KO'd him anyway. Other than that, that'll be the game. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Bad news, if he could choose, would he refuse to be the bearer?